Okay. Hello, my beautiful soul family. How are you guys today? I'm so excited that you're here with me. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Missy. I'm a psychic medium, author, and a spiritual mentor. So I help you tap into your psychic and mediumship abilities. If this is your first time watching, let me know that you are new. And if you stick around over the next 10 minutes, I got a freebie for you. So this video is all about 4 different ways that you are going to learn how you are basically blocking your abilities. So the thing here is I'm going to get into these. So you might want to get a pen and paper, piece of paper, whatever it is, but I want to share a little story with you. I grew up in an environment where spirituality was non-existent, right? It was just completely non-existent. It wasn't really until I had a spiritual awakening. I went through a really profound moment in my life where I was feeling hopeless and trying to deal with all of the things in my life, and I just felt like no one was listening, no one was taking me seriously, nobody was really giving me the chance to heal from my childhood, which was full of trauma and despair and pain. And I lived in fear every single day. But the thing here is, if if I would have let those traumas and those fears define my future, I would not be where I'm at today, having a beautiful and thriving business, a beautiful family, all the beautiful things, all the things, right? And so for me, I kind of feel like when I started to really tap into my abilities, it wasn't because I went through some amazing spiritual transformation. It was I did the inner work to heal. And so I kind of got this sense that I was able to really hone my inner voice and my heal my inner child. So for those of you who kind of understand this or feel me on this, just let me know. But I just felt like this calling to help people. And I went to school to be a social worker. When my first marriage ended badly, I really was lost. And I felt like I wanted to really just take some time and listen to my inner voice and to really connect to me. So that's why I was like, you know what? A lot of people come into my office and they're like, I don't know how to do what you're doing and all the things. And I was like, you know what? Let me, help you. So here is my tips. I've got 4 tips on basically how you can help yourself from going into this sense of, your psychic abilities feel blocked. And a lot of times it's not because of why you think it is. It's more because you are, for whatever reason, afraid or not, uh, you're not really able to, how do I want to say this? You're not really aware of why they're blocked. It's not they are blocked. It's why are they blocked? Why is it that we are giving ourselves this chance to, you know, step away from spirit? We need to step into spirit. So I'm going to give you some tips on this. So let me bring up my little notes here. Okay. So here it is. If you have psychic abilities and you've been through life trauma or whatever it is, if you've ever felt like your psychic gifts are there, but you don't know how to turn them on. Essentially, everybody's psychic, everybody can tap into mediumship just like I did, but I had to live life in order to find the moments in my life to be able to tap into that psychic ability and do the inner work, right? So you are not broken. You do not need fixed. You're just blocked in the sense of you are in your own way. So today I'm going to tell you why you are blocking your psychic abilities and how to fix it. Okay. All right. Here it is. Okay. One of the things that we do is we tend to overthink everything. Literally, when we overthink everything, it's going to make it harder to um, tap into what's going on in the here and now. Whatever is going on in your life, when you're trying too hard to make something happen, it's actually going to kind of shut down your intuition. And this is real. Okay. So to fix this, the first thing you have to do is just trust that first impression that comes into your mind. Don't analyze what's happening. Psychic energy and psychic information comes in fast and it fades just as quickly. So if you are feeling like, okay, spirit, shout it out to me, these little nudges I need to know, the more you chase these psychic impressions or realizations, the more it's going to hide from you. Okay. So trust the first thing that comes in. So, like if you're talking to a friend and you're giving advice, and all of a sudden, something you experienced pops in your mind, like maybe for instance, you have an ice cream cone that pops in your mind out of nowhere. There's a reason. Maybe she's frozen. Maybe your friend is frozen in what it is that they're dealing with, and you need to tell them to stop and pause and listen to what the universe is telling them. Maybe they need to be taken to go get an ice cream treat, like a food. Maybe that's going to help them feel better. But just stop in the moment. Don't overthink whatever it is that you're picking up on, and it's going to be able to help you. So my tip number 2 is we carry a lot of emotional and energetic baggage, not just from ourselves, but from other people. So the thing that is going on here is that you have unhealed trauma or stress, which can hold cloud in your connection to spirit. You fix it by grounding yourself daily, doing the energy clearing or the journaling or the dancing, whatever it is, to remove that stagnant energy, release it, purge it, get rid of it. It doesn't serve you at all, right? So, what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to channel my psychic gifts. And I'm going to trust what's coming in. I'm not going to overthink it. And I'm going to use my own personal reference in my life to be able to connect to this thing. How can I let go of emotion? Okay. Do you need to take an hour to cry? Do you need to watch a sappy love story? Whatever you need to do to let go and to purge that is what you need to do, my friend. Okay. Your psychic channel can get clogged with emotional junk. And I actually teach this in my coaching program. And if you want to learn more about my coaching program and how you can work with me one-on-one, you can grab the link in the description of this video. But you need to have you need to be the clear vessel and a conduit that receives clear messages. Think of yourself as the person controlling the computer. The computer doesn't know who's typing in the message. It just knows what you're looking for. Okay. So be very clear with what it is that you want to do and let go of the emotional baggage. It is so, so, so important. And then the next thing, the third thing is you compare your psychic abilities to that of other people. Stop comparing yourself. It's not going to help you at all. What happens here is you start to doubt yourself because your experience doesn't look like someone else's experience. My students, this is like the number one thing that they do is they compare themselves to others. You're going to cook differently than I cook. You're going to change the baby's butt a little different than I do it. You're going to connect to spirit differently than me. I have a very specific symbol from spirit that I use based on my reference and my life experience that elephants represent babies and children born with disabilities. Okay. You might think, well, elephants represent, the zoo or the circus. It's all based on frame of reference. You get what I'm saying here? So stop measuring your magic against someone else's because you all shine differently. You shine differently. Okay. Your way is valid just as someone else's way is valid, and your way is just as powerful. I want you to remember that. Okay. So, before I get to the very, very last thing, I want to tell you, I do have a freebie for you. So thank you for being here. If you want to learn how to master your psychic abilities, I have a freebie for you. You can download it right now. It is in the description of this video. Remember also, it's YouTube. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. And there's a link to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that button so you don't miss any of my next videos. I know this is a little bit shorter one, but I hope you enjoy it. Let's get down to the fourth thing on why you are blocking your psychic abilities and how to fix it. Okay. Here's what is happening. You're not using your gifts consistently. You need to show up. A bodybuilder didn't become a bodybuilder because they worked out every once in a while. You need to show up consistently for yourself. If you're not practicing tapping into spirit, if you're not channeling that energy, then your energy is going to become dusty and old and stagnant. And then you're not going to be able to tap into it if you're not using it. Okay. So, how you fix this, let me tell you how you fix this problem is you just take 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes is all you need. Pull a tarot card, or, kind of just tap into your body and kind of feel what part of your body isn't really working the way you want it to work, or whatever it is. Ask spirit one single question that they answer for you throughout your day. It could be in a song. The answer could come to you in a conversation. It could be a post on social media. It could be this video right here that you're trying to figure out, why am I not tapping into my psychic abilities? Maybe now you know why, right? And I tell you my story to explain to you that I had to deal and handle and heal my trauma so I could align in order to do this work on a daily. I do this every single day. It's why I have my office and my practice and all the things, right? So psychic development is like a muscle, and you've got to put the work in to trust it. You understand this? Hopefully you do understand this. But you know, if your gifts have been feeling blocked and you try my 4 things on how to unblock yourself, see what happens. Let me know in the comments what worked for you, what you feel might work for other people, and what you liked about my little video here. And hey, if you are feeling the tug and the pull to, really unlock your psychic abilities and really try to step into your spiritual potential as a psychic or a medium, or just a spiritual practitioner or healer, light worker, whatever you are, then I really want you to click the Mastering Psychic Abilities freebie in the description of this video below, because it is going to help you to really connect to what's happening, and it's a much more in-depth tool for you to use, or a resource for you to use. But anyway, on that note, I'm Missy Tolly. I love you so much. You were drawn here for a reason. I know this was just a quick little video here, but I love you. You've got this, and I know that this is going to be something that you can come back and watch too. But remember, the thing is you have to let go of the emotional baggage. You have to be able to trust the first thing that pops in your mind. You have to be able to not compare yourself to other people. All right. You have to be able to show up every day and have consistent practice. If you do those 4 things, I promise you, in just a couple of weeks, you're going to start to notice a huge transformation in your spiritual abilities and your spiritual gifts. And I know that this is going to be something that you're going to come back to me and be like, Missy, this is amazing. So amazing. You know what? If you want to book a private session with me, you can do that. There is a link in the description below to book a private session with me, or you can go to my website, MediumMissy.com. But you know what? Remember to like, share, subscribe, and all the things like I asked you to, because it's free and this is quality content, right? So I love you. I'll see you on the next video.